Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the build of the week, the Fused Fighters category, and we're going to be taking a look at how it does in the Fused Zamasu stage. So this is pretty interesting. I think for me the build of the week is always a lot of fun, and seeing how they do in various content is also a lot of that fun. The Fused Fighters category is a very strong category, but it is also at the same time a very interesting and fun category for me. There's a lot that makes it a lot of fun to run. So for example, the units all kind of have active skills. They all have different abilities. Piccolo's transformations, Piccolo's giant form. You have the transformation of the Strength Gogeta, the Tech Vegeta, you have the AGL, Goku and Vegeta that you can use. You've got Zamasu, you've got Merge Zamasu, you've got lots of really fun units from an animation, technical, and just kind of playstyle point of view. But what you do kind of lack outside of Tech Zamasu is truly like a truly powerful first slot tank. So you do seem to lack like a you've got AGL Zamasu and Tech Zamasu who are great, and the AGL Blue Boys can do a great job, but then the rest of the units actually do need time to build up. Piccolo does a great job once he's fully built up, and if he gets his heal off he can tank really well. Physical Piccolo, he needs some time to build up. The physical SS4 units need some time to build up. The tech God Boys need some time to build up. So you do need time to really kind of see the best out of those units. But you can kind of circumvent this a little bit by transforming them early on. And they still surprisingly do a very good job. The only real thing I will say is because of every unit's need to kind of be on rotation, especially Zamasu's and Piccolo, where you want them to get hit, you want them to build up their defense, you want them to build up everything. Because they have a need, to get hit, what this does is it kind of like makes it difficult to run every single unit. So like a great example, in this run here, or in the showcase here, is you're going to see the AGL God Boys, the AGL Goku and Vegeta, not turn into Vegito because they're not going to meet the requirements. And that's one of the issues. AGL Zamasu needs to get off super attacks. Tech Zamasu needs to get fully built up. Tech Piccolo needs to get fully built up. Physical Piccolo has to stay on rotation. Then the physical Super Saiyan 4s you kind of want to super. Then the Tech Super Saiyan God Boys, they need to super attack. So there is definitely, I want to say, a scope for where teams, this is an example of a team that's super top heavy on units that need to be utilized, that need to be used. But I think still it's a ton of fun, and it is a great team, and it is a lot of fun to use. It's just that, like I say, honestly speaking, it's just a very difficult team to run when you're trying to manage all of their kind of workloads that they need. But in general, for me, honestly speaking, pretty good stuff. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this team does. You do need a little bit of luck. You need to time the actives correctly. You need to, do a couple things. You can't just kind of run this team on autopilot, which is what I enjoy. It's about balancing certain units, synergizing with certain units. But for me, overall, I will say I'm pretty happy with how this team runs. It's a lot of fun to use. I think Tech Piccolo is really awesome. You got its giant form. The Zamasu pairing is a super fun pairing to use that you don't really get to use too much on some extreme teams in that outside of Zamasu's team itself. You've got Physical Piccolo, who's a super fun unit. once he's built up a little bit, he's really fun to use. So that's super important. And yeah, in general, like I say, I would just say that you do have some really fun, engaging kind of units to use here. The strength, Gogeta, the tech Vegeta, those units are super fun, ton of fun to use, really interesting, units that, how can I say, like have, that whole power spike. Like here you can see obviously with the auto evasion, super great. Then you get all the super attacks, then they build up, then you get their active skills. There's just a lot, that they do that for me I think is really fun and interesting and just a ton of fun to use and makes them a ton of fun to use. But yeah, aside from that, the team works great. You're going to see us use some active skills here. It can it's a team where on its best day can rip this event completely in half. And if you have all the units rainbow and you link level and you got gear, you could possibly rip this in half with another item as well. But it's also a team that can very easily be knocked out in the first turn. You just need to get a little bit of bad luck or have something go wrong. It's one of those things. For me, I like those kind of teams where if everything goes right, it all comes together and everything functions super duper well, and all of a sudden, like, everyone's super duper happy and impressed, and yeah, just in general, really kind of, how can I say, like, everyone enjoys how the team works, and it's got this kind of like feeling of the elevation to it. Whereas some teams can kind of feel a bit flat and one note and just feel very kind of through the motions. This is the kind of team where when everything comes together and you get all the nullifications and the counters and everything you want and need, all of a sudden the team's just absolutely decimating everything, and it's a lot of fun. So I do enjoy this kind of team. I do enjoy this kind of, I want to say, like gameplay. And I think Fuse Fighters does that in a very good way. There are definitely some limitations to the team. Like I said, it's got build-up issues. It's got kind of a spotlight issue where every unit kind of needs to be the best unit, so to say. But at the same time, I think for me, overall, just a very good team and a lot of fun. And yeah, there are some units you can replace out here. I mean, you've seen obviously Tech Vegito that I'm not using. Then you've got the Strength Gogeta. You've got the Tech God Boys. You've also got the Strength Movie Heroes Piccolo, who's also incredibly good. So you got lots of options to kind of flexy in and out. You don't have to specifically run this team. It's not like this is the only variant of a super strong in-game team to run, but it does help. Basically, it is a good team to run, and it's a really fun one. Yeah, in general, I will say, for me, very good stuff. And honestly, really enjoyed this build, really enjoyed this team, and if you really like, you should give it a try, because it's a good in-game team that'll thrive in a lot of content, and it makes it super fun to be able to run them all together. But that is basically going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and see you next time. Bye.